Okay, I guess I'll join you.
Dance party? Sure, why not?
What are we doing? I'm not on first. And this is what our meeting has turned into. Some sort of silly dance party. This is silly and stupid. This is what made me vow to be here first every time.
What? What do you mean? You vowed to be on first to stop what? The fun? Oh, you don't like fun things, do you?
No, that is not it, Rob. Remember at the start when Greg was always here first and he would just refuse to talk until we were all here? Instead, he would sing a song or play some awful music.
Oh yeah, my meeting hasn't started. Please hold music. I forgot. Yeah.
It was awful. I just wanted to chat to whoever was here, but Greg found it amusing or something and would just sing these terrible, terrible songs.
Well, I mean, I'm not sure they were terrible. I remember liking a few of them.
But we couldn't talk because he just kept going on and on until everyone was here.
I mean, you guys could have talked. I mean, I didn't want to. That was all. I just didn't want to because I was trying to recreate that whole original 8 meetings kind of thing that had the hold music at the beginning before the instructor showed up for those that showed up early.
I did not appreciate it.
Sorry, Sherry. I guess I didn't know.
Anyhow, I just wanted to state that now to clear the air. So, does anyone have any news, problems, or issues to discuss?
I just got my pilot license.
Ooh, for flying an airplane?
Yes, I've been working on that the past few years.
Ah, so that's why you're missing sometimes.
No, it really didn't have any effect on me being on here, one way or the other.
Ooh, I sold a violin this week. It's kind of a big deal because we don't really have many of those in stock ever. So when we sell one, it's like, whoa!
I've got nothing really. No news is good news, right?
Oh, Sherry, how's everything going at the bus station?
Glad you asked. Turns out I am a natural at solving people's bus route problems, even though I couldn't actually sort out my own bus-related issues not that long ago. Today, I managed to decipher a gentleman's journey, even though his original ticket was partially burnt up.
Why would someone want to burn a bus ticket?
I don't ask those sorts of questions. I just solve the problems that they give me.
That's great, Shari. So things have worked out well for you there then?
Yes, wonderful. For now, at least. So, any other news or anything?
Well, I could bring you guys up to speed on something of a monumental prank that I've been considering for, well, some time.
Monumental? Really? Is this beyond any prank you've ever done?
Possibly, yeah. I mean, the idea started a few years ago. Me and some friends have been, well, kicking it around for years.
Oh, so not a solo prank, but a team prank? That I don't think you've ever told us about any team pranks before, Rob. This sounds interesting.
Well, me and my friends used to do stuff like that, but that was before I met you all on here, so it's been a while.
So, what is this all about then, Rob?
Okay, so the idea is this, okay? We create a fake march or like a rally for a cause that doesn't exist. But it sounds like it might. So it's called everybody counts march.
Oh, so like an equality type of march? Like men and women are equal?
Could be.
Or an inclusivity march. Everyone, no matter what, is part of society, so we all need to get along and include everyone.
Perhaps.
Or maybe it's one of those protect the unborn rallies, because they count too?
Maybe.
With this being a prank, are you parodying one of these?
Well, it's just so generic that any that you've mentioned would fit. That's part of it. It sounds like any of those, but really, it's none of them.
So, you just wanted to gather people and then tell them that there's no march and that they can all go home.
Well, that might be something, but we wanted to go beyond that. You see, we wanted the march to actually be about something. We want it to be about counting. You get it? Everybody counts march. It's a celebration of counting.
Yeah, but who would want to attend that?
Maybe weird finance people like you, Rob. Or maybe the Count from Sesame Street.
Well, probably almost no one. But that's it. Everyone is putting their own expectation on what the march actually is. Well, we don't explain anything about it. At all. Other than the name. What do you think?
First, you will have loads of really annoyed people when you announce what this is actually for. Is that what you want?
Rob, look, I don't like this idea at all. You're messing with people that thought they were getting one thing, but instead they're getting something that no one actually cares about.
You might get some people who are very serious about their causes really, really upset. I don't think you want them as enemies.
So if I went to this, I would be so confused. I mean, granted that happens a lot, but it's just so confusing. I think it would confuse everybody.
So, what? None of you like it?
It's awful and confusing and targeting people who genuinely want to make the world a better place.
I couldn't have said it better.
Well, I thought at least some of you might see it as a fun thing. It's not targeting anyone in particular. I mean, most marches have some sort of very specific cause attached, and I mean, they're usually very specific about what they want people to do when they show up. I mean, just think about it.
But you could potentially disappoint everyone who shows up.
Yeah, but everyone who actually shows up hasn't been paying attention or actually researched the march. If they did research it, then they find nothing. We're not going to be actively recruiting people. We just only have posters up in the towns or on social media. That's it.
The potential for disaster is quite high with this. Plus, you could have an actual riot on your hands with all the disappointed people.
Or think of this. What if the king shows up?
Oh, please, King Charles is not showing up.
He's a bit of an activist. He might.
You bring up a good point, Brainy, because who got the actual idea to have an actual person portray the king?
Greg, where are you going with this? We're trying to get Rob to see that he has a bad idea.
I mean, in the past, like, royalty had been confined to mythology, you know? But just who got that idea? Like, oh, we'll have actual people, play royalty,
They are actual royalty. What makes you think they're not?
Because, well, one, King Arthur, and two, they don't really have any power to do anything.
It's called a constitutional monarchy. So the royals exist, but their word is not law. Yeah, so we used to have these absolute monarchies where the kings or sometimes the queens their word would be law.
This was true nearly everywhere. Europe, Asia, Africa, the Middle East. All of them had an absolute monarch at one point.
But King Arthur? Yeah.
Why are you stuck on King Arthur?
He may have actually existed, but all of the tales about the Knights of the Round Table and Excalibur and all that, they're probably just stories.
See? Mythological. Told ya.
But that's one mythological king. That doesn't mean that they're all like that.
So, right, Greg, you're claiming that all royalty are somehow myths. There are many, if not all, historians that would disagree with you there on that one.
Didn't the United States fight a war to break away from a certain King of England? To actually become the United States?
I am terrible with history, but it was King George III, right?
Good. You got something correct. Finally.
Yeah, but he wasn't actually the king.
Then what was he?
He really wasn't. He was someone portraying the king, an actor.
Is that what they're teaching you in American schools? If so, wow.
No, it's not that. This is something I found out recently. A co-worker of mine gave me a book, and it detailed the myths of royalty. And really, there hasn't been any kind of true royalty for the last 500-ish years. And anyway, a lot of those even were just myths anyway. And
Does your book say where they all went? Why did they disappear?
no, not really. They were just sort of phased out a bit. I don't know. The ones that did exist, well, they died off, and then the people kind of wanted royalty, and those that didn't have royalty wanted royalty, and so then they just kind of created this thing where they hired people to play royalty.
They who? Who do you think is doing all the hiring then?
Whatever country it was, England, Spain, etc. Just them,
Greg, please try to think critically about what you read. Not everything you read is true.
So none of you think this?
No.
Okay.
Where were we going before Greg's royal misadventure?
Rob's terrible March idea.
Look, I said I was considering it, but it's been an on and off idea with my friends for a bunch of years. But since you guys think it'll crash and burn so terribly, I'm thinking perhaps it shouldn't happen.
God.
I still giggle to myself thinking about a bunch of confused people walking down the street, counting things.
Maybe focus on something more worthwhile.
All of the other pranks you've done have been great, with no real harm done, as far as I can tell.
Rob, I actually used your room full of balloons idea to prank my mom for her birthday.
Well, glad to be at your service.